you think this is going to be yet another video that tells you to gratitude journal, take 3 cold showers a day, and do 100 push-ups every time you get an urge, then my friend, you're in for a treat. Quite frankly, the following is the nicest way I can express my thoughts, and it is that those things are complete and utter garbage. Oh, and a small disclaimer, this isn't going to be a heavily edited video. There's maybe some cuts here and there, but that's about it. And that's because I need your attention and I need you giving it to me. Firstly, let's begin with why what you've been doing hasn't been working. Pornography addiction, masturbation is a psychological problem. It's a disease of the mind, not of the body. You're trying to solve a problem of the mind with medicine for the body. Imagine you put ice on your head and heart every time you got stressed or anxious. You may be wondering, why is it psychological? Well, let me ask you this. When you get an urge, what triggers it? Is it some internal pinch from your genitals similar to that of you getting hungry? Or is it your brain requesting that dopamine hit? Like the ice and anxiety example, you wouldn't start gratitude journaling if you felt hungry, or at least I really hope you don't. So if it's a psychological problem that obviously requires a psychological solution, well, then what is it? First, you have to understand that like with every addiction on the planet, the user believes they're getting some insane benefit from it, and that's how they justify the hits despite knowing the future pain that it's going to cause. Smokers and vapors do this with nicotine. They take the hit again and again and again, knowing it's going to cause them chronic diseases and probably give them cancer, depending on which one comes first. And porn users and masturbators do the same thing, knowing they're going to feel lethargic later, knowing they're going to feel like garbage after they're done, knowing that they're going to have no energy when they're done, but they still do it regardless. They know it's gonna blacken their soul, but still they go for it. But here's the thing, when you try to force yourself to stop by resisting the urge, you're going against your mind to fix the problem, when it's the very tool that's going to help you quit. Yeah, your mind is your weapon, not pornography's weapon. The solution lies in removing the belief of benefit. As soon as every single belief in your mind that supports porn adding something to your life in any way, shape, or form is removed, I promise you, your addiction and all urges will leave with it. You may be thinking to yourself right now, but I know that porn is bad for me. I know it hurts me. I know it damages every single aspect and area of my life. Yeah, you do. But you also believe there is pleasure in those few seconds of climax. You also believe that quitting is a 21-day process. You also believe that you're an addict trying to quit. All these beliefs are keeping you trying and never succeeding. In my opinion, the following is a list of things that need to happen if you're going to succeed. You need to prepare to adopt the mentality and identity of someone who is a stranger to porn. You need to be a foreigner in the land of pornography. Start being fond of the idea of not knowing the names of porn stars. Start being fond of the idea that you're never going to visit any of these sites or see any of these videos ever again for the rest of your life. And also start loving the idea of having a natural, amazing, healthy, beautiful relationship with a partner from the opposite gender. Start loving the idea of having them as your only source of arousal and sexual pleasure. Start loving the idea that your relationship with the sexual nature of man is one where there are beautiful boundaries. It's one where the expression of this desire is sacred, beautiful, and protected. The next thing that needs to happen is you need to forget the whole time frame garbage. It doesn't take 7 days, it doesn't take 21 days, it doesn't take 90 days, it doesn't take 365 days. In reality, the actual quitting takes a couple of minutes. It's just the removal of unhealthy beliefs and the addition of new ones through newly acquired knowledge that may take some time. After that, there's barely anything that you have to do, which brings me to my next point. You need to stop re-requiring a billion habits with your success in quitting. It doesn't take all these cold showers and these journal entries and these push-ups and whatever other elaborate BS that's being pushed for you to succeed. Now, does that mean stop them if you're already doing them? No, obviously not. These habits are amazing. They're just not the solution to your problem. Now, this final point may not apply to everyone, but a lot of you guys have a problem with your self-image. Whether it's because you got crappy grades in school, or you're always being compared to someone else, or you underperformed in certain areas of life, you look at yourself as an average or below average person in life. Look, there's nothing wrong with being an average Joe, but it has to be by choice. It's one of the most beautiful things to want a simple life with a simple income and a simple family, for example. The Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam chose to be a humble and simple servant instead of a wealthy king prophet when he was given the choice. And this hadith is graded sahih. I'll leave the source down below, but my point is he made the choice. If you're just strolling through life, riding the waves that are being created for you, then you won't get very far. You have to start making the waves. You have to start choosing the path you're gonna walk. Start aiming instead of being told where to aim. خلاص, you were an idiot in school, who cares? School is about memorization anyways, by the way. If this is your problem, school is about memorization. And if you were bad at school, you don't suck at memorization. Your method of memorization sucked. By the way, I'm saying this despite graduating with a 99% average and currently being on scholarship. So I hope you know I'm not saying this to make myself or you feel any better. I'm saying it because it's faktosh. قدر الله ما شاء فعل, so it doesn't matter anyways, but I just want you to know. I gave you a lot, I know, and you're wondering how on God's green earth am I going to do that? There's more than one way, and I'm going to give them all to you, but I'm going to start with the best and fastest method in my opinion. And before I give you the roadmap itself, I need to explain some science. The best and fastest way to destroy any addiction is through something called CBT. No, it's not magic, it's just mental training. CBT stands for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. In simple terms, CBT focuses on changing and identifying unhealthy and negative patterns of behavior and thinking. It's how you're going to delete the unhealthy beliefs and replace them with better ones. Okay, so here's method one. There's a very famous author that's known for being a king when it comes to addictions, and his name is Alan Carr. He wrote books on quitting nicotine and alcohol and other addictions, but not porn. Lucky for you though, people took those books and rewrote them to fit pornography and masturbation. And even luckier for you that it's available online for free in a website that I'm going to link down below. It's starting to seem like this isn't all luck and instead is God's work, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Head to the website where the book is being hosted and read it in one sitting, 2 max. Yes, no more than 2. It's less than 200 pages and won't take you more than 4 hours tops to finish it. Your porn-free life is worth way more than 4 hours, I'm certain of that much. Now you see, that's where the quitting and CBT happens, but now what about the post-quitting remedies? If you haven't begun intentionally building healthy habits, now is the time to start. There is nothing that says that you can't reinvent yourself today. If you're 20, if you're 30, if you're 40, if you're 50, if you're 60, if you're 70, if you're 10, if you're 15, it doesn't matter. And look, if there's something you want to achieve that hasn't been done before, be the first to achieve it. That's fine. Trust in Allah. Trust in yourself after trusting in Allah. Why is it impossible for you to be the first? What says that you can't be the pioneer? Go, take that excitement and pump the new version of you into reality. Make plans, set goals, change things about yourself. Be dynamic. That was a bit passionate. Anyways, method 2. Similar to 1, but it's the much harder version, which is meditation. That's gonna be your way of recognizing and being aware of the unhealthy patterns, then deleting them and replacing them with healthier ones. There's a lot of stuff to go through if you want to get notable results, and it takes much longer, but the benefit is you gain the habit of meditation, which is undeniably beneficial. But the problem is with how long it takes. In a perfect utopian world where you'd live forever, I'd tell you go the meditation route. But since you don't have forever, I'd say go with method 1 and then keep meditation as the habit to build after quitting. This way you're going to get the best of both worlds, but the choice is yours. I'll leave a link below to NeverFab Deluxe, which is a community that focuses on using meditation to quit pornography and masturbation. The final method, method 3, is what I would call a done with you. As much as I wish I could offer my own services and time to guide you through this, the best I can do right now is messaging. Inshallah, in the future I can offer such a service, but right now I can't. However, I know where you can get that sort of attention. CBT therapists. Now they exist, but I really don't think you need them. There's a link in the description to an online platform that I think might offer CBT, but I haven't asked them, I haven't spoken to them, so you're gonna have to do that before you make any payments. Now you may have a lot of fears like what's gonna happen if I fail, blah blah blah. Nothing is gonna change. And I'd be terrified too of that. But be optimistic, man or woman, because you'll succeed, inshallah. تفاءلوا بالخير تجدوه, which means be optimistic and you will find goodness. If you need help, message me on Instagram and inshallah I'll get back to you. Don't forget there's always more to learn, so say Rabbi zidni ilma. As usual, in the protection of Allah, take care.
جئتنا نورا مبينا تغرس الإيمان فينا أحرص الناس علينا أقرب الناس إلينا كل نفس تقول نفسي إلا الحبيب